Hi, I'm Elena, and this is Business Casual, your guide to dressing Europe. Here we unpack all things e-commerce, logistics, innovation, and Europe for fashion and lifestyle. In today's episode, we talk about Gen Z, TikTok, and niche becoming the new norm. And my guest today is Padmaja Bommareddy, SVP of Corporate Development and Sustainability at Zalando. Welcome, Padmaja.
Thanks very much for having me.
I have a quick question for you. What would you pick, Instagram or TikTok?
Well, I have to confess I'm not really on social media, but if I had to pick what I think is really influencing Gen Z right now, I would say TikTok.
Indeed, that's definitely the case, and we actually wanted to showcase one of the trends today, which is jorts or jean shorts, which is extremely popular with Gen Z at the moment. So, can you tell me, how does Gen Z approach fashion that's different from other generations?
Sure. I mean, Gen Z really is the first digital-first generation. I mean, they were basically born with a mobile phone in their hand. It's how they interact with the world, with their friends. It's how they build a community. It's how they consume content, gather information, etc. I think there's a stat that Gen Z actually spends 3 times as much time on social media as previous generations. And that's a really important stat for brands and retailers to keep in mind as we try to communicate with Gen Z and Gen Alpha afterwards. And I also think, the trend of fashion being a form of self-expression and of uniqueness, and what you really individually want to showcase to the world remains even more prevalent for Gen Z.
And how does this desire to express their individuality translate into the trends that we see in fashion and lifestyle?
Well, from what we've seen, Gen Z, inspiration and entertainment is even more important for Gen Z. I think almost all of Gen Z say that while they shop, they're actively actually looking for inspiration. They want to be entertained.
So it's basically like a blend between shopping and social media.
Exactly. And I don't know if they even see the difference, right? It's really a continuation, I think, for that generation of content and commerce. I mean, I grew up in a generation where we were told what was cool and what to wear by various magazines. Gen Z interacts with the world in a different way. I mean, through social media, they're often the creators of these trends. And not only are they the creators of these trends, but these trends are moving at such a rapid pace now. So there's a trend, it goes viral, then the next trend's on board already. And so I think the pace at which things are moving now is much faster than before. And I think in addition, when Gen Z interacts, with us in particular, personalization continues to be super important. Curation is super important. So curating product, curating recommendations for them. They really expect us to know who they are. And that's also why technologies like generative AI are super important. Because I think for the first time, we can actually have one-on-one conversations with millions of customers at scale.
It sounds like Gen Z is really looking for quality, which also translates into more conscious shopping habits. What can you tell me about Gen Z and sustainability?
Well, Gen Z certainly cares more about sustainable and inclusive choices. That's what we see in all the data. There's another stat, I think, that says that 60% of Gen Z are actually willing to pay more for more sustainable products.
I sense a hidden tension there. On the one hand, Gen Z is really interested in sustainability and ready to make more conscious choices. But on the other hand, they go after those trends, which can fuel consumerism. And in the current environment, it can be difficult to be a sustainable consumer, especially with Asian retailers offering trending items at ultra low prices. So what do you think about that?
I think it's important for us to meet customers where they are today and to offer them the best product across all price points. I mean, we're all conscious of the current macroeconomic environment, and it's tough. But I do think what we're seeing and hearing from our customers is that, as you said earlier too, quality remains very important to them. And quality can mean a lot of different things. It can mean product quality. It can mean the quality of the assortment, the brands that we offer, the digital experience, the innovation, the technology that we use, delivery methods, payment, across the board. So I think it's really incumbent upon us as brands and retailers to offer customers what they want, to offer them sustainable and inclusive choices along with that, and to enable them to shop according to their own values.
To recap, it does sound like Gen Z is the force to be reckoned with. Thanks for unpacking this topic with me today, Padmaja.
Sure. Thank you for having me.
And that's a wrap. Thanks for tuning in to Business Casual. Keep dressing Europe, and we'll see you soon.